Crackalack and everybody. I am the fluff that runs the stuff, H2 Fluff, coming at you guys today with my AFC Championship predictions between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, yesterday I did a AFC Championship prediction video between the Steelers and the Patriots. I'll send that on a link below if you guys want to check that out. Now, coming into this game, Green Bay and Atlanta are probably one of the two hottest, if not the hottest teams in the NFL currently. Now, last time they faced, they had a phenomenal game. It was a banger, probably one of the best games of the year. It was a complete shootout between two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and possibly one of these two quarterbacks will end up being the MVP for this year, and Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan. Now, in this game, they combined for 7 touchdowns, and also in total yards, they combined for over 700 yards. So it was one heck of a game, with Atlanta barely squeaking out on top against the Green Bay Packers 33-32. Now, coming into this game, Green Bay is on fire, winning their last 8 games. That is one hell of a streak. It might be the best winning streak in the NFL currently, possibly tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they've been on fire. Now, during that streak, Aaron Rodgers has also been absolutely phenomenal. Now, during this 8-game winning streak, he's thrown 21 touchdowns and only 1 interception, which is pretty good if I say so myself. But there's also been a little bit of issues regarding the offensive line in this game as well. Now, half of the games in the winning streak, Aaron Rodgers have been sacked 3 or more times in half of those games. So coming into this game, the offensive line have to work on protecting Aaron Rodgers, which is going to be pretty key during this game if they want to win. As well, each team are coming in with a little bit of injury problems as well. Green Bay more than Atlanta itself, with injuries to Geronimo Allison, Christian Michael, Jordy Nelson, and Devontae Adams. Now, most of those injuries are questionable, but I don't expect Jordy Nelson to play this game if his ribs are at 100% or not. So I expect in this game, Randall Cobb and Ty Montgomery to really pick up the slack for the injuries to Adams and Jordy Nelson. So Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. If he goes by his motto, relax, I think he's going to have no troubles. Now, on the defensive side, if they have any chance of stopping Atlanta, Clay Matthews has to go back to the old Clay Matthews that we all know and love, even though some offices hate him for being that as good. If they have any chance, Clay Matthews has to be in top form. He's still a little iffy coming out from his injuries, but if he plays half or near half like he did when they won Super Bowl 45, he's going to be dangerous, and I expect him to be a huge factor at the end of the day. Now, going to Atlanta, they've also been red hot with a 5-game winning streak of his own. With Aaron Rodgers being not Aaron Rodgers, but Matt Ryan, being one of the best, like I said, being one of the best QBs and possibly the top running contender for the MVP award. Now, with the receivers like Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, and Gabriel being surprising this year, having one of their best seasons in their career, with Sanu having a completely different thing from being in Cincinnati. And Devontae Freeman has been on fire as well. There's been a little concerns with him in the beginning of the year, that lingering injury, and kind of expected Tavon Coleman to maybe take his place, but Devontae Freeman has been a house of fire since getting off the injury. He's been one of the top 5 running backs and not showing any slumps that he had from last year and continuing that pace like he had from last year. Now, like I said, the Falcons also have some injury problems of their own, with bigly being Julio Jones with his lingering injury. He actually re-aggravated his toe injury. He did not practice for the last 2 days, but finally today he finally practiced, so that's a little bit of good news. And also injuries to Gabriel and Babineau. They've been on limited practice for the past 2 days before today, where they finally did a full practice. So that's good, especially good news for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, if for some reason if Jones and Gabriel can't play, expect Mohamed Sanu to take the main receiving reps for the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe a little bit more run heavy with Devontae Freeman and Tavon Coleman. And this game might be key because they'll definitely have a better running back core than Green Bay, who's pretty much just depleted, and they'll probably use Ty Montgomery more as a receiver than a running back if Christian Michael can end up playing with this game. Now, in the end of the day, they all say defense wins championships, but it all depends on which defense will get that one crucial stop. With that in mind, I still expect this game to be a complete shootout like it was last time. I don't expect anything different from that. But with injuries and that coming into play, I just think Green Bay is just a little too depleted on their injuries, and I just don't expect them to fully recover. Unfortunately, that will end their 8-game winning streak, and that will finally mean Matt Ryan gets his first NFC Championship game win in their system, and they will finally get over the hump, and they will compete in Super Bowl 51. Now, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot. Now, if you guys want to leave a like, you guys can. If you guys want to comment, negative or positive, any feedback is good, in my opinion, no matter how good or bad. And I will talk to you guys later, and I'll probably do a Super Bowl prediction video either next week or a little bit closer to that. Until then, peace.